Chesed yibane, Olam chesed yibane, Chesed yibane, Olam chesed yibane, this world from love. And if we build this world from love, then God will build this world from love.
Shabbat Shalom. Welcome to those who are joining us online and those of us who are joining us in the sanctuary. So special, so important, so needed to be together. It was a meaningful week. How good it is now to bring in Shabbat, to be together, to connect with one another, to feel that sense of community where Jewish people all around the world are settling down, settling in, taking deep breaths, and celebrating those sacred connections that we're much more connected with on this holy day of Shabbat. Sing with us, Hinei Ma Tov.
Shevet Achim
We invite you to rise as we bless the Shabbat candles that were lit before Shabbat. But if you haven't lit the candles yet, I invite you to bring candles to your table, share the light with us, and say the blessing. We cover our eyes as we bless the Shabbat candles.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav Vetzivanu lehadlik ner Vetzivanu lehadlik ner Vetzivanu lehadlik ner Shel Shabbat.
Everyone a Shabbat Shalom. We turn to the person next to us. If we live together, we can hug them, we can kiss them, wish them a Shabbat Shalom as we welcome Shabbat with the words of this beautiful poem, Yedid Nefesh, in the middle of page 2.
Yarutz avdecha kemo ayah yishtachaveh el mul hadarecha yerav lo yedidutecha
Psalms that prepare us, that warm up our spirits for Shabbat. Bottom of page 2, let's sing songs together to God. L'chu Neranena, Psalm 95.
Toda ותודה בזמירות נריע לו כי אל גדול לאדוני ומלך גדול על כל אלוהים אשר בידו מחקרי הארץ ותועפות הרים לו אשר בידו מחקרי הארץ ותועפות הרים לו
Let the heavens rejoice, let the earth be glad. On the top of page 3, Ismechu Hashamayim.
ישמחו השמיים, ישמחו השמיים, ישמחו השמיים, ותגל הארץ. ישמחו השמיים, ישמחו השמיים, ישמחו השמיים, ותגל הארץ. ירם הים, ירם הים, ירם הים, לא 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 ישמחו השמיים, ישמחו השמיים, ישמחו השמיים, ותגל
Middle of page 3, Zamru Ladonai Bechinor, taken from Psalm 98. Just how many hours ago was it now? 25, 26, 27 hours ago. We had all different kinds of music playing beautifully and meditatively here in the sanctuary. This was looking out, and I'm wondering, are you waiting for your 15 minutes after your vaccination before you can go home? That was the last time people were in the main sanctuary yesterday, and we had playing here a whole beautiful mix of songs from the Muslim spiritual tradition, from the Christian spiritual tradition, from the Jewish tradition, all playing into the sound system softly, subtly, and it was part of the holiness of that day. So now, Psalm 98 reminds us of the importance, the beauty, and the power of spiritual music, going back to the time of the Bible until today. Zamru Ladonai Bechinor, join with us, middle of page 3.
Zamru Ladonai Bechinor, Bechinor, Bekol Zimra, Bachatzotzrot, Bekol Shofar, Hariu Lifnei HaMelech Adonai. Hiram hayamun lo tevel veyoshvei b'har leharot imcha uchav yachad harim yirah lifnei Adonai kiva lishpot haaretz lishpot tevel b'tzedek ve'amim b'mei shaharim hiram hayamumo tevel ve'osh ve'vah neharot imcha uchaf yachad harim hiranenu yachad harim hiranenu.
Exalt the Lord and worship at God's holy mountain. This week's parsha is all about the mountain. It's Mount Sinai. This parsha is about the Ten Commandments, the revelation at the feet of that holy mountain. Bottom of page 3, Romemu.
Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu lehar kosho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu lehar kosho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu lehar kosho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu lehar kosho.
I invite you to rise, if you're able, from wherever you are in your places. We turn to page 4, join together, Mizmor LeDavid.
Mizmor LeDavid, Havul Adonai b'nei Elim, Havul Adonai kavod ba'oz, Havul Adonai kevod shemo, Yishachavu Adonai behadrat kodesh, Kol Adonai al hamayim, El hakavod yirim, Adonai al mayim rabim, Kol Adonai ba'koach, Kol Adonai behadar, Kol Adonai shover arazim, Vaishaber Adonai et harzei albanon, Vayarkitem kemo egel Lebanon
be seated. I want to invite you to close your eyes and imagine that you are hosting indoors a dinner party, and that this pandemic is either behind us or this pandemic never happened. The dinner parties of old, where you had reached out to friends, picked a night, and intended to welcome them at your table. And there's two different ways of welcoming your guests. One is the door is open, you're in the kitchen, maybe finishing a few things, and these are close friends, so the doorbell doesn't even ring. They just walk right in. And they greet you, hey, how you doing? Oh, great. And eventually the dinner party happens. Now I want you to imagine greeting your guests differently. Instead, everything is done. Everything is ready. And you go out your front door and you stand on the street, you stand on the stoop, and you wait for your guests to arrive. And they pull up and they see you. The party will be a different experience depending on how eagerly and proactively and generously and completely you welcome your guests. And that's what happens with Shabbat. Shabbat's coming. It's here. The sun sets, whether we're finishing things in the kitchen or whether we have greeted it outside, Shabbat comes. But the Lecha Dodi prayer invites us not just to let Shabbat happen to us, let it arrive passively, but to go out and to greet it and to grab it and to embrace it and to mark this moment in the week as a different one than all the other moments. One of peace and of holiness and of joy, of satisfaction, of happiness. Let's grab Shabbat, let's greet Shabbat, let's welcome Shabbat. Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, Pnei Shabbat Nekabla, page 5.
Shamor v'zachor b'diburecha ishmi'anu el ha'menucha Adonai echad u'shemo echad l'shem u'letiferet Adonai ta'arisi. Ayarish ben parsi ben ismecha ben agila.
Turn and face the entrance. Welcome Shabbat.
Boi v'shalom ateret bala gam besimcha uvetzochala.
You may be seated. Shabbat is here. And not only we welcome Shabbat, sometimes we feel we are welcomed by Shabbat. We are the guest. As we enter this palace in time, we take a deep breath. We feel how we are dwelling in a different realm, in a different atmosphere, a different world. Not the world of doing, of having, of making, the world of being. And as we feel how the power of being dwells within us, we acknowledge how fortunate we are. And therefore, we don't ask, we don't demand, we don't confess. We just thank. We thank God. We express our gratitude. It's good to thank you, God, and sing to your name. טוב להודות לאדוני ולזמר לשמך עליון. Bottom of page 5.
L'Adonai בלילות, טוב להודות לאדוני.
Psalm 92, the final verses. Even in their old age, they will bear fruit, retaining their vigor and their strength. The psalm is talking about trees, but of course, in many ways, it's a metaphor, not only for Torah and for Scripture, but for us, for human beings. That no matter how much experience we have in life, there is still room for growth, there is still room for flowering, for blossoming, for ripening. Page 6, the final verses of the song for Shabbat, Tzadik Katamar Yifrach.
Tzadik Katamar Yifrach, Ke'eretz Bavanon Yizkeh Shetulim Bevet Adonai Bechatzrot Eloheinu Yafrichu Od Yenuvun Beseba Deshenim Erananim Yiyu Lehagi Ki Yashar Adonai Zuri Velo Avla Adonai Malach Geud Lavesh Adonai Ozit Azar Aftikon Tevel Baltimot Aftikon Tevel Baltimot Nachon Bisachar Leaz Leolam Nasu Nerot Adonai, Nasu Nerot Olam, Isu Nerot Ochyam, Mikolot Mayim Rabim, Adirim Mishbeream, Adir Bamarom Adonai, Adir Bamarom Adonai. תחנמנו מאוד לביתך בקודש אדוני לאורך ימים אדוני לאורך ימים מקולות מים רבים אדירים משברם Adir b'marom Adonai, Adir b'marom Adonai.
Transition from the Kabbalat Shabbat service into the evening worship, the nighttime prayers, the blessings of the Baruch Hu. So I invite you to rise, if you're able, in body or in spirit, as we turn in the middle of page 6, the Baruch Hu.
Yai,
privately. Blessings of the evening service, Ma'ariv Aravim, middle of page 6.
אל חי וקיים תמיד ימלוך עלינו לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני המעריב הרבים.
Final blessing before the Shema speaks of God's love for us. Avat Olam.
ואהבתך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים. ברוך אתה אדוני אוהב עמו ישראל. שמע ישראל אדוני אלוהינו אדוני אחד.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך ובביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם להות על ידיך, והיו לטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך. והיה ויאמר אדוני אל משה לאמור דבר אל בני ישראל ואמרת עליהם ויעשו להם ציצית על כנפי בגדיהם לתורותם ונתנו על ציצית הכנף פתיל תכלת והיה לכם לציצית וראיתם אותו וזכרתם את כל מצוות אדוני ועשיתם אותם ולא תעתורו אחרי לבבכם ואחרי עיניכם אשר אתם זונים אחריהם למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים אני אדוני אלוהיכם אדוני אלוהיכם אמת. Page 8, the song that the children of Israel sang when they crossed the sea, the song of freedom, the song of redemption. Mi chamocha ve'elim Adonai.
מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נהדר בקודש. מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נהדר בקודש. נורא תהילות אוסף אליך. נורא תהילות אוסף אליך. Who is like you, Adonai? Who is is like you, Adonai? Moses and the children crossed the sea. They sang to you with songs of joy. Who is like you, Adonai? Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai. Mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh. Nora tehilot osef
Prayer for peace in the nighttime and for protection. You know, as important and rewarding and fulfilling as it's been to be helping people, seniors get their vaccinations, I'm sure like you, what keeps us all up at night are the people that called too late, or the people that show up when it's already finished. That's what lingers with you. And that's what motivates us to keep going, to say, just hang on. God willing, we'll be with you next week. We'll help you next week. And I think that from one Shabbat to the next, we should hold all those in our hearts and our prayers for protection and for shelter and for well-being. Those who are frightened, those who see the end but can't quite touch it, can't quite reach it, aren't there just yet. May God protect them. And all those who are vulnerable, who are scared, who are suffering, who are frightened. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu Shalom. Help us, O God, and help those who need it to lie down in peace, to awaken on the next day to life and to strength and to hope, and one day to healing. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu. Middle of page 8. Sing with us. Pray with us.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom vehamidenu malkeinu lechaim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom vehamidenu malkeinu.
Sick and the suffering, send your hope. To the forgotten and the lonely, send your love. To the confused and the distressed, send your light. To the weary and the wronged, send renewed strength. To the pursuers of justice, send wisdom and faith. To the seekers of peace, send unwavering resolve. To Jerusalem and its people, send tranquility and joy. To the world tonight, send the blessings of Shalom.
Frost aleinu sukat shlomecha. Frost aleinu sukat shlomecha. Baruch atah Adonai
rise as we proclaim the sanctity of Shabbat, page 9, Veshamru.
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורות המרית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורות המרית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל, אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורות המרית עולם. כי 6 ימים עשה אדוני, עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורות המרית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורות המרית עולם.
Adonai Svatai Tiftach, Ufi Agi Tilatecha, before the private Amidah, in which we enter into intimate dialogue with our souls and with our Creator. Take 3 steps back, 3 steps forward, as we begin the private prayers of the Amidah, middle of page 9. Adonai Svatai Tiftach. Private Amida between middle of page 9, bottom of page 11, either in the Hebrew or the translation or any private prayer of your heart. If you're still davening the Amidah, please continue your private prayers. If you have concluded, you may be seated. So we offer a prayer for healing on behalf of all those who are suffering this night. Mishaberach can be found on page 12. Join together with us as we hold all of those in our hearts and in our prayers for a refuah shlema, a speedy and a complete recovery.
Of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen.
Tomorrow morning, we will read one of the holiest episodes in the Torah. Parashat Yitro, the parasha that we are going to read, contains the moment of revelation at Mount Sinai. Every time I hear the Torah reading here at the synagogue, or I study, I prepare for Shabbat, and I contemplate that text, I stand in awe, looking at that foundational moment of our people. Revelation, the moment in which God decided to share His word with us, with human beings. Contemporary Jewish philosophers think that there are three key moments in Jewish history. The first moment is creation. That's the moment in which God decided to create a world that has a lot of potential, has a lot of energy, and also has a lot of challenges and obstacles. The second moment is revelation. That's the moment in which God shares with us the recipe to fix that world created, to somehow try to elevate the sparks that are our potential so that the world that He created can become an even more perfect world. And how do we do that? Through the inspiration of the Torah, of His teaching. The third moment, the ultimate goal, is redemption. A world in which we feel that we have accomplished the goal of making this place a place worthy of God's presence. The Hasidic masters, to illustrate this complex theological theory, talk about a fictional character called Enoch the shoemaker. This shoemaker was, according to the Baal Shem Tov, was a man whose job was to fix shoes. But instead of fixing shoes, his hidden job was to connect heaven and earth. And how did he do that? With a needle and a thread. And every time The sole of that broken shoe was a little bit closer to be fixed and to be united with the body of the shoe, redemption was a little bit closer. That thread is the Torah. That thread is the Torah that we are going to receive again tomorrow as we read Parashat Yitro. And what is the ultimate goal of that Torah? To bring heaven and earth a little bit closer. Now, as opposed to other traditions, we Jews don't believe that the way of bringing heaven and earth closer is by ascending to heavens. We believe that the world will be redeemed, that heaven and earth will be closer or united when we bring heavens down to earth. And how do we do that? Like Enoch the shoemaker with the needle. What we witnessed yesterday here in this sanctuary was an act of redemption with needles, with syringe. Some people told us earlier, rabbis, you are heroes. No, we are not heroes. We're just part of a huge engine, a huge system that has at its center the nurses, the man of the National Guard who opened that door probably 500-600 times yesterday without even taking a break to go to the bathroom. The woman who organized everything and made sure that no one receives the vaccine if she or he doesn't deserve it. Our security guards who spent the whole day under the sun helping people to park, giving them directions. Our assistants at the office making phone calls when we were told that there are 40 vaccines left and whoever is 65 or older, if they come in the next 15 minutes, they will get it. Everyone. Every single person, our volunteers who helped us populate the list, the volunteers who drove Holocaust survivors on Wednesday to get their second shots, our friends at the hospitals, at the government agencies who helped us have all this system, the journalists that cover this and let other people know that we are going to continue to help. Each of them, each of us, each of you has that needle. And is able to unite heaven and earth and to build a world that is a little bit closer to the next step in history after Revelation, which is a world redeemed. Sometimes we liberal Jews, we leave the monopoly of redemption to our Orthodox brothers and sisters. We think that we don't believe in Mashiach, and that's not true. We do believe in the Mashiach. We do believe in a world redeemed. We're just not waiting on a man with a long beard riding a white donkey. We believe that redemption will be here whenever each and every one of us takes his needle and unites the soul with the body of the shoe, like the shoemaker. And yesterday and the day before and the past couple of weeks, lots of people took their needle and tried to bring the world closer to redemption, to Geulah, to the world of the Mashiach. That is the whole goal of Judaism, to use the power hidden in creation through the wisdom of the Torah to build the world that is redeemed. We even had volunteers this morning deliver challah to the Holocaust survivors that were vaccinated with the second shot on Wednesday, just in case they feel a little bit weak and they don't want to go shop for challah. And we'll continue to do more. We'll continue to do more because we are convinced that that is the real Jewish spirituality. It's not only singing songs. It's not only keeping with our ancestral traditions. It's mainly transforming Torah into a tool to redeem the world. The Baal Shem Tov was asked once, actually he asked Prophet Elijah when he found him, when is the Messiah coming? When is the Messiah coming? And Jews have been asking this question every single day since the beginning of our history. When is the Mashiach coming? Many people ask me, we had a class 2 weeks ago on the topic, Rabbi, when is the Mashiach coming? You know, I don't know when is the Mashiach coming, but after this week I am convinced that he or she is a little bit closer. And we all have a Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
I invite you all to rise as we open our ark and we bless our children.
Menashe. May God bless you as Ephraim and Menashe. Yisimech Elohim Kesara Rivka Rachel Leah. May God bless you as Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah. Yevarechech Adonai ve'yishmerecha. Yair Adonai panav elecha v'yichuneka. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May God bless you and protect you. May God show you favor and be gracious to you. May God show you kindness and bless you with a Shabbat of Shalom, a world of Shalom, of peace, as we all say, Amen. I invite you to remain standing as we join together, Aleinu, page 12.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוסף בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הרצון, ולא זמנו כמשפחות אדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו בורים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ככתוב בתורתך אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ. ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו
Those of us in mourning and those observing Yortzeit remain standing. The rest of us may be seated. This is the Yortzeit list for today? No. It's very long. This week we observe the Yortzeits of many individuals. We remember with love Stephen Bakalars, Sylvia Berkson, Herman Bernstein, Benjamin Bertman, Rose Steinberg Birnbaum, Arlene Blasberg, Bernard Cohen, Samuel Cohen, Mordechai Simon Cohen, Fanny Dankoff, Annie Dobrar, Harry Dorff, Joshua Emmer, Rose Epstein, Leon Epstein, Ida Feldman, Meyer Feldman, Leah Frankel, Elliot Fried, Howard Fried, Marcia Freiman, Charles Fried-Fertig, Gerald Friedman, Bertha Gerstein, Eugene Goldstein, Abraham Gordon, Louis Ludwig Guerre, Charlotte Grimson, Clara Grinberg, Anna House, Belly Hecht, Sally Heller, Morris Herr, Molly Hershenson, Celia Jacobo, Ronald J., Nat Kulka, David Kaplan, Misha Kaplan, Max Nauer, Anna Corner, Harry Coopersmith, Edward Kushner, Edward Levine, Ethel Levine, William Margulis, Sadie Margulis, Henry Nath, Samuel Neidick, Victor Politano, Samuel Potash, Joseph Rashko, Jeffrey Reisman, Louis Ressler, Sylvia Rosner, Samuel Rotberg Smith, Besso Saba, Max Safran, Rose Samber, Hyman Schaefer, Max Sharlick, Selma Schrag, Lena Sullivan, Amelia Serebrennick, Rose Simowitz, Ernest Starin, Roshifa Sterkel, Betty Ann Stutnick, Maury Tannenbaum, Charlotte Vogel Chester, Celia Wasserman, Renee Weber, Sally Wine, Arlene Weinberg, Philip Weiner, Sam Weinstein, Herman Weiss, Philip Weiner, Sarah Windermer, and Betty Young. Mourner's Kaddish, page 13. Yitkadal v'yitkadash Shemei Rabbah, Bi'alma divrach Yerutei v'amlich malchutei, B'chayechon uv'yomeichon uv'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael, Ba'agala uvizman kariv imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabba mevorach le'olam u'me'omaya, Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnasei, v'yitadar v'yitalei v'yitalal shmei d'kudesha b'richu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata da'amiran bi'alma v'imru amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. I invite you to rise if you're able once again as we join together in Kiddush for Shabbat. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho b'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu zikaron lema'aseh v'reishit ki hu yom techila lemikra'ei kodesh zecher letziat Mitzrayim kivanu v'acharta v'otanu kidashta mikol amim v'shabbat kodshecha v'ahava uvratzon hinchaltanu baruch atah Adonai mekadesh haShabbat. Amotzi lechem min haaretz, we give thanks to God for bread. Our voices rise in song together as our joyful prayer is said. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, amotzi lechem min haaretz. If you have come with someone that you would like to hug, I invite you to do so. We're going to conclude our tefillah as we began it. Hinei ma tov u'mana'im shevet achim gam yachad. How wonderful it is to be together. We know that some of you are coming literally on the very tail end of your second vaccine. But still, we're going to observe precautions. I'm not going to be ripping up challah quite yet and handing it to everyone, but one day, that's the goal. We know we've arrived and I can rip up challah like we used to and hand it out. But until then, hinei ma tov u'mana'im shevet achim gam yachad, how holy and important and special it is for us to be together. Sing with us, everyone. Shabbat Shalom.
Hinei ma tov u'mana'im shevet achim gam yachad. 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 Hinei ma tov u'mana'im shevet achim gam
Shabbat Shalom. Thank you for being with us, everyone. Join us tomorrow morning at 9:15. Shabbat Shalom.